My in-laws kept testing my 7-year-old's phobia of dogs by hiding our neighbor's pit bull in closets and laughing when she had panic attacks. She needs to get over it, my mill said, stop babying her. When I found my daughter hyperventilating under the kitchen table after they surprised her again, I said, you're right. No more babying. Then I called the police, CPS, and showed them the security footage. They'll never see her again. I need to get this story out there because I'm still processing everything that happened, and honestly, I need people to know that what my in-laws did wasn't just mean or insensitive. My therapist says writing it down might help me work through the anger I'm still carrying, and my husband finally agrees that people need to understand why we've completely cut his parents out of our lives. This whole nightmare started about 2 years ago, but to really understand it, I need to give you the background about my daughter Emma and how her dog phobia developed. Emma is now 7, but when she was 5, we were living in an apartment complex where our downstairs neighbor had this massive German Shepherd that was clearly not well trained. The dog had aggressive tendencies, and the owner was one of those irresponsible pet owners who thought it was funny when their dog scared people. One afternoon, I was carrying groceries up the stairs with Emma right behind me when this dog somehow got out of the apartment below us. It came charging up the stairs, barking and snarling, and knocked Emma down. She was so small, maybe 35 pounds at the time, and this 80-pound dog was on top of her, barking inches from her face. She was screaming in absolute terror while I'm trying to get the groceries out of my hands and get the dog off her. The whole incident probably lasted less than a minute, but for a 5-year-old, it felt like forever. The dog didn't actually bite her, it was more like aggressive play that went too far, but the psychological damage was immediate and severe. Emma developed what her pediatrician and later a child psychologist confirmed was a legitimate phobia of dogs. Not just nervousness or discomfort, but full-blown panic attacks when she saw dogs, even small ones, even from a distance. She would hyperventilate, shake uncontrollably, sometimes throw up, and completely shut down emotionally. We tried everything to help her. We took her to a child therapist who specialized in trauma and phobias. We did gradual exposure therapy, starting with pictures of dogs, then toy dogs, then watching dogs from very far away. Progress was slow but real. After about a year of therapy, she could walk past a dog on the other side of the street without having a complete meltdown, though she still got very anxious and needed to hold my hand tightly. The therapy was expensive, but Emma's well-being was worth every penny. Dr. Martinez, her therapist, explained that childhood phobias are very real and shouldn't be dismissed or treated lightly. She told us that forcing exposure without proper therapeutic guidance could actually make the phobia worse and could traumatize Emma further. The key was going slowly, building positive associations, and never forcing her into situations where she felt unsafe. My husband Jake understood this completely. He'd seen Emma's panic attacks firsthand, the way she'd curl up in a ball and scream, the way she'd shake for hours afterward, how she'd have nightmares for days. He was as protective of her as I was, always checking if there were dogs around before we went to parks or friends' houses, making sure she felt safe and supported. But Jake's parents, Carol and Bill, were a different story entirely. From the moment they learned about Emma's phobia, they made it clear they thought we were enabling her and making her weak. Carol, my mother-in-law, was particularly vocal about this. She's one of those people who believes that children today are too soft and need to be toughened up. She grew up in a generation where mental health wasn't discussed and children were expected to just get over their problems without support. In my day, we didn't have phobias.